I'm gonna play y'all this next song when I moved back to Texas from Nashville. Isn't it ironic how I moved back here and now I'm going back there all the time? I wouldn't change it, but when I moved back from Nashville, I hadn't really been playing music a whole lot, and we went on a trip to Bandera, Texas. Anybody been to Bandera, Texas in here? We went to Bandera with some friends of ours, and they've got a big piece of property out there, and I got to looking, this is how simple my brain is, I got to looking at the big cell phone tower that I couldn't see the top of, wondering how it got there. And you got to be careful being around songwriters. As I said earlier, they'll make a song just about anything. But this was written on with a great trip, great group of friends that we have. This one kind of kicked off my re-entry into music, so I'm really proud of this song. This one's called Ma and Pa. Hope you like it. Cactus coming up out of the ground, trees that don't grow tall. We run 1,000 head of cattle out on this place, just me, Ma, and Pa. He's got Caliche roads running through it like the veins in his worn out body. As a kid, I'd stand on that old platform shooting skeet with my 14 shotty. When he bought this place in '95, didn't have nothing on it but a gravel drive and a trailer. Oh, but we survived. Yeah, he let the company man put a tower on his head and measure it twice, 'cause I don't want it to fall on that house built by me, Ma and Pa. It was a swimming hole that my daddy built by damming up a damned old creek. One day he flipped over that John boat and there was a copperhead on my seat. We kept a gun in the gator and a little while later we were hunting all of them hogs. Head back to the trailer for a little bit of supper, just me, Ma, and Pa. When he bought this place in '95, didn't have nothing on it but a gravel drive and a trailer. Oh, but we survived. Yeah, he let the company man put a tower on his head and measure it twice, 'cause I don't want it to fall on that house built by me, Ma and Pa. When he bought this place in '95, didn't have nothing on it but a gravel drive and a trailer. Oh, but we survived. Yeah, he let the company man put a tower upon his head and measure it twice, 'cause I don't want it to fall on that house built by me, Ma and Pa. Yeah, little Ma and Pa. Yeah, little Ma and Pa for you. Thank y'all. Well, I've got one more for you. When I started getting into songwriting, I had several songwriters tell me this, and I didn't think it was necessarily true. You don't always... I'm not saying that my first songs were, you know, George Strait's not knocking my door down to cut them, but they were decent, you know. But all these songwriters said, man, you got to get those first 100 out. Just get the bad ones out, get them gone. And after you know, get over that 100 hump, you know, things might look up for you a little bit. So I'm at about 50 right now. So if anything y'all have heard this evening, you know, sparks that maybe I'm over the 100 hump, I'm doing okay. What do y'all think? Maybe I got a few good ones? But, I say that because this is the most special song I've ever been a part of. I wrote this with Jesse Lee and Cameron Wrinkle up in New Braunfels. And we went into the room that day, and Cameron had this idea about he likes John Wayne. Any John Wayne fans in the house? So he kind of told this story about how his dad was his John Wayne, you know, his version of John Wayne. And he said, man, I hope we can get something like that. So this is what we got. If you, it's too late for Father's Day, so I'm sorry about that. But maybe I'll video this, send it to somebody you love that really impacted your life. But this is for all the dads or grandpas or mamas that just did their job and were there for their kids and raised them right. So this one's called That's My John Wayne. Six foot tall and bulletproof, shafts and spurs and cowboy boots. Folks in town, they called him Duke, a legend in his time. Cigarette laying on his lip, six-shooter hanging from his hip. He spoke words of truth and grit, a cowboy to the spine. Some heroes come from movies, books and fairy tales, but mine don't come from money, and his picture ain't for sale. Yeah, my John Wayne sure ain't John Wayne, but he ain't riding off in sunsets, fighting bandits, hopping trains. He's at my ball game after working all day. Well, he's my calloused hand Superman in Old Spice aftershave. Well, he gave me my red hair and my last name. Yeah, that's my John Wayne. Took me years to understand the cape that came with my old man. Didn't make a lot, I didn't give a damn. He gave me what he could. He taught me to bait a fishing line, to tell the truth and spot a lie, how to love a woman all your life, and good enough ain't always good. Some heroes come from movies, books and fairy tales, but that's all smoke and mirrors, and the truth behind the veil is my John Wayne sure ain't John Wayne. Well, he ain't riding off in sunsets, fighting bandits, hopping trains. He's at my ball game after working all day. But he's my calloused hand Superman in Old Spice aftershave. Oh, he gave me my red hair and my last name. Yeah, that's my John Wayne. He gave me my red hair and my last name. He'll be the tall tale I tell my kids one day. Yeah, that's my John Wayne.